You know, Optimus Primal, I am bigger than you. Well, I can fix that. How about now? Not really. We're about the same size. Still, I'm not convinced. Fine, I'll be back. Okay, how about now? Yeah, that's just about right. Where's my Ultimate Optimus Primal? And no, not counting the Bumblebee movie one. That's straight out from the Bayverse. At least you have an Ultimate Optimus Primal. Not like Bumblebee. Oh, yeah. Suck it, B. Also, thanks for the axe, Primal. Yeah, sure.
Sup guys, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Studio Series 106 Leader Class Rise of the Beasts Optimus Primal. Now, before we take a look at the figure, we're going to be taking a quick look at the packaging, and then unbox it. And start it, oh my goodness, one sec, I'll be back. Unbelievable. This is the third time, Hasbro. Third time. One sec. Unbelievable. Look at this! All three of them. With their arms down like this, their other arm like that. Hold up, let me change this before somebody's like, oh, you got the numbers wrong. They're both in the same posture. Talk about creative artwork. I'm glad they changed the box design on Megatron because they put the same posture on 3 different figures 3 times. 3 strikes, you're out. Let me see the toy I'm getting next time. Okay, anyways. As you can see, I did kind of bust the box, or maybe the box came in busted, I'm not sure. But here we have this cool looking CGI rendition of Optimus Primal, and a whole bunch of words, the usual thing for Studio Series. On the side is the CGI artwork, and on the other side is, hey, another CGI artwork, but with the Studio Series and surrounded by all the blue and stuff. And then, of course, there's this black slow part with the blue number. And on the back is the back. As you can see, the back obviously has the artwork of the figure that you get inside the packaging. And hey, check it out, the axe. Can't wait to check that out. Oh, and I like this. Looks like he's about to throw in some mortar bombs from his back. On the top is the Transformers Rise of the Beast logo, and on the bottom is all boring. And with that being said, let's unbox this guy. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, that's nice. It's tiny, that's for sure. Oh, this is amazing. Come here. Come here. Ah, forget it. There we go, that's one sword. And that's the other one. Hold up, let me put them together. Oh wow, they snap it way much better than the previous Optimus Primal swords. That is beautiful, I like that. Ooh, that was loud. Got some tape stuck on me. Show me the money. Show me the money. What's even in here? Oh yeah, these little chain thingies. And check it out. The Transwarp key. That looks amazing. Well. Oh, there he is. Alright, give me a second to clear all of this out. Same thing with you. And it's on the back. That's good. Anyways, here we have the figure. And he's really cool. Definitely an improvement to the Voyager class mainline Optimus Primal, that's for sure. So, starting off, painting and sculpting, really good. Especially the head, that looks amazing. Although, I feel like the chest is a little too flat, because it kind of looks a little weird. Oh, and the legs are pretty accurate as well. But, of course, we turn to the back, and there's a little bit of kibble. Especially on the legs over here. They couldn't hide the feet, for some reason. Nor this backpack right here. I guess the backpack isn't too bad. Oh, and I do like the molded fuzz right here. It definitely looks as if Optimus Primal lifts some weights with this one. Oh, and the quality on this figure is really tight for some reason. Well, I mean, a little loose in some places, but in other places, like very tight. Especially his head. Also, almost forgot to mention that there's a Autobot logo right there. Now, this figure's actually in the Voyager class size. Because, as you can see here, Optimus Prime is a little taller than Optimus Primal. Although, sometimes the width counts as well when it comes to the leader class scale. But, Studio Series Mixmaster, I'm sure, is a little wider than this. But, Mixmaster isn't as tall as this guy. And the budget for the leader class, I believe about 40% of it went to his accessories, with the remaining 60% going for this guy. Oh, speaking of accessories, he comes with a lot. Starting off with his 2 swords. They look great, by the way. You can have both of them on each hand, or both of them in one hand. And he does come with this chain right here, which can be used to plug in the 2 swords. Where's the other one? Like so. And there you go. It's a little bigger. Unfortunately, we never got to see Optimus Primal use the chain for his swords in the movie, because I guess that got cut out. But we did see it in the teaser trailer. Anyone even remember the teaser trailer? Time flies. Oh, and he does come with a second set of chains, so it makes both swords a little bit bigger. However, I think it's just better if you use only one of them. And the other chain could be used for Battle Trap. Here, let's bring in Battle Trap real quick. Oh, and you could actually grab one of the chains and plug them onto over here. That way, you could have like an extended chain for Battle Trap, which of course is the mace from the movie. Now, what I did here was I used this slot right here, not this one. This one's very loose. I'd recommend you use this one. And it's better. You could still move the thing up and down. Oh, and what I did over here was I had the mace opened up, kind of like how it was in the movie when Battletrap had his mace opened up to grab a piece of a pillar and throw it onto Optimus. And then, of course, he comes with Optimus Prime's axe, which is rather questionable as to why the axe came with Optimus Primal. But the reason as to why the axe was included with Optimus Primal was that the designers ran out of budget for Studio Series 102 Optimus. They wanted to add the axe onto that figure, but the budget was too high, so they just decided to slap it onto Optimus Primal, since he already came with a whole bunch of accessories. And hey, the axe looks pretty good, but of course it belongs to the rightful hands of Optimus Prime. Just slap it on right there, and there we go. And Optimus, he looks really good with the axe. It's great to finally have it onto Optimus's hands. Oh, and here Optimus is with all of his melee accessories. Oh, and if you want, you could actually plug in the axe onto that slot right there, and it looks like something from G1. And if you're wondering, yes, the axe does fit onto SS-38 Optimus. Now, if you really wanted to make things interesting, you could actually tab the chain onto that slot as well, allowing Optimus Prime to swing his axe with the chain. And then the final accessory he comes with is, of course, the transwarp key. And it's quite small. I don't remember it being this small, but I'm sure this is how it is in the movie. After all, this is Studio Series. And you could actually split the transwarp key into 2 parts, just like in the movie. Kinda cool. Oh, and one more thing. You could actually grab in the Battle Master's Optimus Primal and slap it onto Studio Series Leader Class Optimus Primal. So there you go. There's Optimus Primal with a pretty big gun. And when you're done having Optimus Primal utilizing his swords, you could slap them on into the back like so. And then you come back to the chains. There's a slot right there that will pick into that tab right there. Same thing with the other chain. And then I guess you could come back to the axe and have it smacked on right there. Hold up. This looks interesting. Primal's sword mixed with his axe. Yes, sir. Or, in this case, Optimus Prime's axe. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's pretty creative. I like it. I like it a lot. Now with his accessories out of the way, let's get down to his articulation. So starting off, very tight ball joint at the head, ups and downs, swivel, unintentional butterfly joint, full rotation at the arm, shoulder pad moves out, which allows an extended bend at the shoulder, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, wrist swivel, and there's in fact finger articulation, but the forefinger split, which I think is cool. Waist swivel, legs can spread, leg can move forward, can move backwards, thigh rotation, bend at the knee pad moves up and down, foot can move up and down, the foot can also rock from side to side, the toe moves up, and the heel has some articulation as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. Now let's get down to size comparison. Starting off, here he is next to the Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime, Studio Series Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, his Wavemate Studio Series Mirage, Studio Series Air Razor, Studio Series Cheater, Studio Series Rhinox, Studio Series Battle Trap, Studio Series Scourge, War for Cybertron Kingdom Optimus Primal, Rise of the Beasts Mainline Optimus Prime, Mainline Weapons Master Optimus Primal, Mainline Air Razor, Mainline Cheater, Mainline Rhinox, Mainline Optimus Primal, Ultimate Optimus Primal, YOLO Park Optimus Primal, and lastly, YOLO Park Optimus Prime. Well, anyways, let's get down to transformation, which is easy but pretty interesting. Starting off with the arm, what you're going to do is untab this, untab that, and then might as well push this down, or push the hand down to expose this bottom black piece, which is very difficult to move out. There we go. And it will shift backwards. Anyways, you're going to want to just swap hands and then rotate this. And then you might as well rotate the hand over there as well. And then this will tab in. Same thing with this. Same process applies with the other side. And then we're working on to the legs. We're going to untab that. Oh, and make sure that tabs in. Push the foot down. And then shift all this inwards. Make sure it closes in like so. And then there will be a tab right there that will peg into that slot right there. Make sure that tabs in. And then what you're going to do with the piece right here is fold that in. What you're going to want to do next is push the foot all the way up. And then push the front of the foot all the way up. And then leave this downwards like so. Same thing with the other leg. And then what you're going to want to do next is push this down, open this up, and for some reason it likes to fall back in, which is annoying. Rotate the head for Optimus Primal. This is very frustrating. Just push it down like so, and then rotate it, rotate the head as well, and then close this in as well. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is that you could actually have Optimus Primal's head whilst Optimus Primal is in robot mode. By the way, that is one good looking head sculpt. Studio Series really nailed it with this guy. Untab this piece, rotate it as well, make sure it's like this, and then rotate it, leave this out like so, open this up, and then move it down, make sure it's in the back like so. Now this is a little tricky for me, but you have to close this in a way where the back will stay in like so, make sure nothing's tabbed off. Once you have the whole back tabbed in, what you'll do next is rotate this piece and make sure it is pushed in right onto there, and make sure everything's tabbed in, and then lastly you're just going to rotate the head. And here we have Optimus Primal in his alternate mode. And you know what? This isn't so bad of a beast mode, even though the legs are a little weird and don't look quite accurate to what a gorilla would look like, but this is a robot gorilla, but still. Also, the arms look very weird, but it's quite fixable. All you have to do is just rotate some parts, and the arm right here can bend pretty properly. And there you go, it looks a little better. Oh, and the details are really good, at least for the arms and the chest. The chest piece looks pretty good too. The arms are pretty much the same, but the hand is a little different, as we did swap hands with this guy, which is interesting that they implemented two hands. One thing I find that isn't so accurate is this, but it's not too bad. Oh, and the back seems quite accurate too, except for Optimus Primal's heels. Oh, and weapon storage works as well for this guy. But for the transwarp key, I guess what you could do is have it held onto Optimus Primal's hand. And you could still kind of have Optimus Primal holding his accessories. He doesn't really have the 5mm port for any of his accessories to stick in. But if you do just plug the sword right here, of course it'll be a little lopsided, but you can just close in his hands and he holds it. He holds it perfectly well. Anyways, for articulation, of course you got a ball joint at the head, which allows an up and a down, a swivel, and he has a mouth this time, which looks pretty cool. Articulation for the alternate mode is pretty much the same thing as the robot mode, resulting in a full rotation at the arm, a butterfly joint, this bends, this moves up and down, this swivels, and the bigger hand with the bigger fingers also has the same articulation as in the robot mode. And then, unfortunately, no waist swivel. The legs can move up and down. Not really. Oh, and you could cheat this as well to have the legs like bent a bit, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. And the foot can move up and down, but on a tight joint for some reason. Oh, and if you want, you could have the foot bent like so, which allows this to be like that. And there you have Optimus Primal in his crawling mode, which is a little bit more accurate. You could have it like this too. It's not too bad, but I feel like it's more accurate if you do it like this. And since this guy has butterfly joints, you can make him hit his chest like he's about to challenge Terrorcon, which is pretty cool. I like that. Oh, and I completely forgot to show Optimus Primal all together with all of his fellow Maximals whilst in robot mode, but I sure didn't forget to do that in all of their alternate modes, which is a little bit more accurate. We barely got to see any of these guys together in their robot modes. Just Primal, Cheetor, and Rhinox. Airazor died by the time they were all in their robot modes, which was a shame. And hey, this is cool. I like this. It's nice. Also, here he is next to the mainline Voyager class Optimus Primal. It's a little different. Of course, there's no denying which one's better, that being this guy. And here he is next to, let me get mainline Voyager Primal out of the way. Here he is next to the big guy, the Ultimate Optimus Primal. And yeah, obviously Ultimate Optimus Primal is pretty big, but of course Ultimate Optimus Primal was made to be big. This guy, he was made to scale with Optimus Prime and all of his other fellow Studio Series characters. But hey, both of these are actually pretty cool, and their head sculpts are kind of similar to the movie. Of course, the Studio Series Optimus Primal's head sculpt being a little bit more accurate to the movie, but this one does a good job too. If there was some gray paint around here, then yeah, this would have been accurate. And one more thing, here he is next to Optimus Prime, and yeah, that's a little weird when you put into thought that this guy is a leader class, and this guy's a Voyager class. I'm sure if there was a Studio Series Ape-a-Link, he would be a little bit bigger, but maybe somewhere around like here? But I'm sure the scale is totally accurate, but here he is like this, which, yeah, still, whatever. Well, anyways, I think that's it. I think that's pretty much all I have to say for this guy. Overall, amazing figure. I'd recommend you pick him up while he's still available for the retail price of $54 before he starts going up, because we are coming across the holidays. After all, it is November now, so yeah. If there's any critiques I have with this figure, it's probably the backpack, but that's quite frivolous as it doesn't affect the figure at all. And you'll probably be able to find this guy out in the wild, mainly Walmart. Oh, and this guy might be my favorite out of all four of the Maximals, with this guy being second, this guy being third, and Airazor being last. Sorry, Airazor. The other three are a little better. Also, I hope when Hasbro does in fact do an Ape-a-Link, they upscale him, so that way he's a little bit bigger than Optimus Primal, as the thing is, Optimus Primal came with a whole bunch of accessories, and I believe the budget was like, to me, I think it would be like about a good 40% of the budget would go to the accessories, while the remaining 60% would go to the figure. What I'm thinking is that Hasbro could probably, I don't know, use 80% of the budget for the figure and like 20% of the budget for just two accessories, because I think the only two accessories Ape-a-Link would have are his arm blades right here. I'm pretty sure that would be something the designers at Hasbro would do. After all, their aim for the Studio Series figures is to make them as size accurate and appearance accurate as possible. Hopefully we get an Ape-Link, and I'm sure he'd still fit in the leader class category. I'm sure they'd package him the same way they did with Optimus Primal, where he was in his alternate mode, and they'd have his 2 accessories put on the sides of the cardboard in the box. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, if you like what you saw in this review, be sure to slam that like button, share this with your friends, turn on post notifications so that way you don't miss another video, and most importantly, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button so that way this YouTube channel passes 5,000 subscribers before next year. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. See ya!